What is going on, you guys? It's your girl Erica back at it again with another video. Boom, boom, boom. I am upset because my last video didn't record and I spent the last 15 minutes talking into the camera for no goddamn reason. Woo! But anyway, we're back. I hope this one's gonna be Gucci, and if it ain't, I'm gonna go cry about it. Alright gang, in today's video, we're gonna be chatting about setting people in DMs, because that's what I've been doing in the last while, and I want to confidently say that I got pretty good at that, so yeah. Whenever people start in a company, sometimes, especially like salespeople, obviously, because this channel is all about salespeople, you're gonna start in DMs, or like taking calls, or cold calling, or whatever, and just want you all to be prepared. So usually, this is how it goes. You either start setting from your own profile, or from the profile of the influencer, and essentially, there's a process to it, and a pretty damn good one, and I'm gonna tell you all about it. What's up, what's up? Usually there are, I want to say, about like 5 stages to it, and you want to start obviously with connecting people and establishing a little bit of a rapport. A really easy and good question to ask are obviously going to be based on what your influencer or what your company is doing. For something like a sales influencer, things are going to be pretty simple. For example, you would start something like, hey, are you in sales now? For something like fitness coaching or personal development, be like, hey, I don't know, are you coaching? What are you coaching? Are you in personal development? What kind of stuff do you do? You're in fitness? Whoa, cool. Do you have like a gym? Like what do you do? What do you do in fitness specifically? Right? So very very basic opener lines that basically allow you to kind of open the door, get in there, and start the conversation. Another really excellent question that you could ask is, hey, how did you end up in this industry? Or hey, how did you end up in the field? My dog. God damn, girl. Oh yes, of course, you're gonna sit with your dirty ass on my pillow. Love it. You wanna say hi to the internet? Hey, I'm Roxy, and I like to bother Erica when she's recording videos, but I love her anyway. We're back. We're on track. We're staying on track. Yeah, so a really good opener line is, and not an opener, another good line you could ask right after is like, oh hey, like what brought you to this field, or how did you end up in the industry? Honestly, like from my experience, that opens the door. People just spill their guts on you, tell you their whole life story, and that just gives you a lot of hooks to hook in and then continue the conversation. Another good one that you can kind of use to establish rapport is like, hey, hi, are you new to the XYZ industry, or are you like have been doing it for a while? Like how long have you been doing this for, type thing. Always a good question. You want attention? She wants attention, guys. Oh baby. Bless you. After you establish a little bit of rapport, you kind of want to get straight into their like goal, their problem, their pain, and the way to do that is it's very easy. You just go straight in and ask like, hey, what are you looking to accomplish with your business, or with sales, or with like personal development in the next 30 to 90 days? And the reason why I want to say 30 to 90 days is because you want to install a little bit of urgency in there. People don't usually think that far ahead as like a year. That's a bit too much, but if you have like 30 to 90 days, that seems reasonable. It's something that people actually kind of keep in mind as they go throughout their weeks and months, so that's the reason why. And yeah, so there's a number where you can ask that question. It's the following examples is what you can do. So what are you working on in the next XYZ like 30 to 90 days? What are you looking to accomplish? What do you possibly need help with your business in the next 30 to 90 days? What are you working on? I think I said that already. It's very much like, it has to be like time-based, and it has to be like goal-based, like you're actually looking to accomplish something. Once you get the goal, it is really good to establish the gap. So from point B, let's say you want to get to point A, and point A is really like just where they are right now. So you can ask something like, hey, how does that compare to where you are right now? She is destroying things. Hey, how does that compare to things right now? How far off are you from your goal? And really, like that's about it. Once you understand what the heck is going on right now, you want to kind of like put some salt on the pain, know what I'm saying? So you would go like, hey, what do you feel like is preventing you or holding you back from reaching your goals? What do you feel like is preventing you from getting to the next like 10K in your business? What do you and other questions you can ask can be like related specifically to your business. For example, with the sales, it'll be like, what do you feel like you're not saying, or what do you feel like you are saying that may be triggering XYZ objections that are preventing you from hitting your goal? You don't want it to sound like too complicated, but essentially the idea is like, what or how do you feel like is holding you back or preventing you or slowing you down from hitting your goal? And that will give you their like pain point, their problem. And from there, you want to kind of like just fondle with it, you know what I mean? Be like, well, how do you mean? How did that have any impact? Like, that means different things to different people, so how does that look like for you? Just so I understand. Adding just so I understand to anything makes it just like that much more smoother and more neutral, so people like never get sales resistance in the DMs. So yeah, you're welcome, guys. Alright, okay, so after you establish that pain, then you put some salt on the pain. God, I sound sadistic. But hey, what else is new? That essentially gives you an opportunity to offer your help. Yay! It's just natural. Like, it comes off smoothly. You go from the problem to, hey, would you be open to having a conversation with one of our guys to see if what we do could possibly help you? There's a number of ways you can say and kind of like go into the call, and you can sound a little bit more like superior, as some people like to say. It's like, hey, shall we let you book with one of our team members? Or hey, would it help you if and would it make sense if you were to speak with one of our guys, just to see if there's even a possibility of us being able to help. That is a very neutral way to hop on the call and see what the heck is going on, and yeah, just drop them in the triage. It's probably not going to be a sales call right away, because there's only so many things you want to figure out in Messenger, and you want to kind of transition into the call a lot faster. So I would say just book him into a triage. If you don't do triages, well, that's too bad, because maybe you should, because it's a good system to have. And if you really want to like nail down and ensure that people actually show up to the next call, you can add some humor in there, and you can say something like, hey, there's a number of things you can do, but you kind of want to like confirm 2 times and be like, hey, can you just let me know like what date and time you picked, just to make sure that, you know, it showed up on our system. And then that basically lets them know that you're like checking and making sure that what like the time that they selected would actually work for everyone. So most of the time people would just tell you, yeah, I'll book at this time with this person. Or you can say something like, hey, just let me know what time and day you booked, just to make sure that it went through on our system, or just so I understand who you're going to be talking with. Something like that is always, it always works. People all the time, people tell me like who they book with. Now, finally, the last thing that you want to do is add some humor and spice in there. And there's again a number of ways that you can do it, but probably the most effective one would be like, hey, would be, now if you don't show up to the next call, you're gonna get kicked out of the group. Ha 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 ha, add a bunch of emojis, a bunch of smiley faces, whatever. Diffuse the situation and make sure that in their head they understand that it is important and crucial that they show up to that next call, because if they don't, all your work, all those like minutes and hours of you chatting with them, that's all gonna go to waste. So what we're trying to do here is really just nail down the idea in their minds that they gotta show up to that next call. Woo, baby! Yeah, so, and yeah, just make sure it's funny, because if you are being a little bit too serious, people might take it the wrong way, and you don't want that to happen. Hope this helps you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Smash the thumbs up, massacre the subscribe. Y'all already know. Ciao. Oh yeah, right. Stay woke, don't be broke. Boo 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 boo.